Here we have a new 2024 Hyundai Elantra Hybrid. This one comes in the limited trim level in Abyss Black. And then we have black H-Tex interior. For the powertrain, we get a 1.6 liter hybrid 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. So as we come around to the front end here, we do get our full LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. And I like the front fascia for the Elantra. I'm just glad we finally have LEDs here. As we come around the wheels, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then to the door panel, we do get memory seat function here. Power windows, power door locks, rear window lock, and then power mirror controls, blind spot monitors. We do get a Bose sound system. I tested out. Pretty good. Hood release, manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel there, and then traction control toggle. Here's the power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Nice looking seat though. I have it set for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. But before we check out the rear seat room, big shout out to Hyundai of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Elantra today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find a vehicle in your area and you want to get the best possible price from the dealers, make sure you click on that link down below, fill out your info, and we'll make sure that they fight to get you the best price possible. But this sticker's at $31,155. Not a bad price, especially for that fuel economy and for this to be the limited trim with all you get there. But let's go ahead and hop in the back seat. So that's the leg room, which isn't terrible. This is a small car. There's a view of the front from back here. And what I will say is impressive is my hair is barely touching the back of the roof line there where it slants. So pretty impressed there. USB-C charge ports are here. Seat back pocket on the passenger side. This middle seat folds down. Bottle holders are right there in the middle. And then grab handle here, and you can hang your shirt or a pair of pants there if you want to. Let's make our way towards the back of the vehicle. So that has I just did, I don't know why I forgot. But there's a release for the trunk and the gas cap. So for those of you that like to have lockable stuff that's not easy to just click on, there you go. As we come around to the back, we're gonna look at the trunk space first, which is pretty good, I think, just for this to be as small of a car as it is. And I'm gonna try and see if I can, there's a tire inflator kit there. That was kind of difficult, but, and then you can pull there to get your seats to fold flat, and I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. But I think a good looking back end here. I like the design of the tail lamps. Let's come back around to the rear passenger side here. Now, if you hit that latch, seats have to be up far enough, but this will fold flat. You run longer objects through. You get top tethers here for the car seat, and then anchors are kind of hidden in there, but up and out of the way at least. And then to the front passenger seat, you get manual. So just 4-way manual there. Side pockets on both sides here, and then glove compartment there with owner's manuals. And we get ambient lighting. Light strip is right there, it goes across. Now back around to the front, we're just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay here. And there we have that hybrid engine. So 1.6 naturally aspirated. Now as we come around back to the driver's seat, let's go ahead and hop in here. So I don't know if this is wrapped in H-Tex or leather, but feels very nice. Horn sound there. Over here to the radio, there's our screen. I'm gonna cut the fan speed down a little bit. We do get navigation here, so there's the map for that. Type in destination, so on and so forth. Pretty easy to use. And then we have our hybrid menu here, so I can see when the battery's being used, the engine's being used, electric motor, so on and so forth. Fuel economy as well. And then we get the Apple CarPlay Android Auto to go with the AM, FM, XM radio we get here. Now for the backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel, and then you have the front and rear sensors, so those will come up as you get close to an object on that right side. Hazards are there, shortcuts, dual zone automatic climate controls, excuse me. And then we have 3-stage heated cool front seats, which is nice. Fan speed can be adjusted there. Fan direction can be adjusted there. And then the knobs for either side, you can sync and unsync there. Now you get a 12-volt USB, and this USB port is for the Apple CarPlay Android Auto, and then you have a USB-C charge port along with your wireless charging pad here, and then you have an indicator for that there. Now for the shifter, hit that drive mode button. You can go through Eco, Sport, Smart, and then you have the camera here, which you can pull up, and then your parking sensors you can toggle there. Automatic brake hold, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then for the shifter, just grab the lever, reverse, neutral drive, and you can come over here and manually shift the dual clutch if you so choose. Bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space. And then we do get a power sunroof here, so I can move the sunshade. One touch, slide that back. Now like that, hit it a second time, it completely goes behind the shade there. Here's a look at the rear seat from back up here, excuse me. And then there is our vanity mirror for the driver's side. Now back to the steering wheel, blinkers. When the high beams are on, those are the high beams. When you're in auto mode, those are the auto high beams there. And then we have our intermittent wipers on this side, one time off, intermittent low, high, and we can adjust that intermittent frequency there. Pull up here for the front wiper fluid. Hit this mode button to go through your configured audio sources, voice recognition, volume, up, down, mute there. Go through your track list, radio station presets there. Phone button for Bluetooth, and then you have a custom button here. You can set that up, then you have another custom button there you can set up, as well as the mode button if you just want to have certain audio sources set up for whatever reason. Now to the right side of the steering wheel, we do get Smart Cruise, so we can toggle that on or off here. Lane centering here, gap adjust for the Smart Cruise there. We can adjust speed, pause and resume there, and then we can use this button to go through our sub-menus on the middle part of the gauge cluster, and then we can use these arrows here and the OK button to go through certain options when applicable in those sub-menus. And then we have push button start here. Finally, here is our key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 Elantra Hybrid Limited out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Elantra Hybrid here, I'm surprised that this gets as good a gas mileage as it does, whereas it likes to go between the gas engine and just running on the battery quite a bit. Now I think part of it is this battery is only at about 50%, so it's probably not at its ideal operating charge here. But when I first got in the car, the MPGs were at 33.4, but it's been sitting there idling for about 15 minutes, so it's gone down a bit. But the gas engine only cut on for about half the time, which is good. And when you're running the AC, that can drain the battery, but when you're just sitting here idle, a lot of the times, especially on a full charge, your hybrid battery will hold up pretty nicely. But so far, I mean, the driving here is pretty nice. It helps to have the H-Tech seats, the wrap steering wheel as opposed to the vinyl one. And with the hybrid powertrain, especially in EV mode here, it's very quiet because I'm not hearing the engine within the cabin. Now this car was about empty. It literally said 1 mile until empty here. And then I put a gallon of gas in it, and then it just still had the 3 lines. So I don't know what's up with that, but whatever. Only gonna give it probably one good pull getting on the interstate here just because the tank was completely empty and I didn't want to put 20 bucks in this thing. Because the gas here is $3.79 a gallon. I mean, it's still showing. The funny thing is, that was completely empty on the fuel gauge and it was giving me 1 mile till empty. And now it's not showing me anything, but it's still showing I have gas there. But after we turn this corner, we're gonna give it some throttle as we get on Interstate 65 here. So putting it in a sport mode now, we're gonna try out the manual shifts as well. And let's see what this thing's got. So pretty quick. Again, for this to just be a hybrid engine with no turbo, I'm pretty impressed. As I come around the second corner, I'm gonna give it a lot. So can't really give it everything in this rush hour traffic, but I mean, again, it's so impressive. You have a 6-speed dual clutch and a 1.6 hybrid 4-cylinder. And this thing gets up, it really does. And then on top of that, you're getting over 50 miles per gallon on the highway. You're getting high 40s. Of course, when you drive more efficiently than I am right now. But I mean, just an overall fuel sipper, just very impressive. And right now I'm only doing about 65, but still, sound acoustics in here from the wind are very good. Road noise I can only hear because this stretch of the interstate is pretty torn up. And of course, with the Bose sound system, that won't be an issue for you anyway. But I want to give one more huge thank you to Hyundai of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Elantra Hybrid today. I'll leave a link below in the description for it. If you're trying to find an Elantra Hybrid or just an Elantra in general in your area and you want to make sure you're paying the best price, just make sure you click that link below in the description. I'll try to have it in the video as well as an info card. Just takes a minute or two to fill out the information, and then you just get the dealers making sure they're getting you that best price because they know that you're trying to find a car deal. And right now it's slowly turning into a buyer's market again, I think, just with the chip shortage being over with, interest rates being high, and people aren't really wanting to get rid of their money as easy as they were before. But really good car for the money, I think, and just a really good car in general for the performance you get, the fuel economy, and of course, Hyundai's signature warranty. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Hyundai Elantra Hybrid Limited.